taken a very long time to get here, hasn't it? But finally we're going to go racing once again in the Euroformula Open, and this is going to be a particularly exciting season. We almost have a fresh slate from what we had last year. No big returning names to the championship this year. However, we've got the likes of Yiffy Yi and Andreas Essner who are switching across from the FIA F3 Championship, and then we've got some F4 champions coming up as well, one of those being the British F4 champion, Zane Maloney. Unfortunately, we're going to have a bit of a reduced grid due to the current worldwide situation. However, don't let that discern you. It's going to be a fantastic race for sure as we get the season underway here at the Hungaroring. Euroformula Open underway here at the Hungaroring. The season kicked off with Yiffy Yi on pole position, and he would immediately hold on to that lead from Andreas and Sebastian Essner, who were challenging in the background. Andreas to the left of picture there, Sebastian to the outside. In the background, we had the two teammates, Maloney and Cohen, going briefly side by side. Maldonado having to take to the exit there just to avoid any contact, but it would be Maloney who would slot into that fourth place, and just about with cars either side, Ido Cohen would eventually hold on to that fifth place for the time being. Battles then ensued. There was Glenn Van Berlo, who was running a little bit wide. Lots of drivers running wide. Track limit penalties, track limit warning, sorry, going out for a couple of them. There was a brake move from Ayrton Simmons. Got it all wrong though as he tried to go past Ido Cohen. Just in the background, more drivers running wide. Glenn Van Berlo feeling the bumps on his way back onto the circuit. Out front though, Yiffy Yi began to extend his lead. It would eventually climb to over 7 seconds, and the first Chinese winner of the championship, Yiffy Yi, came across to take the win in the first race of the new car. Andreas Essner finished second, Sebastian Essner in third place.
We have seen from Thursday onwards that the gap between all of the teams are pretty close, so it was going to be the one that can really put the performance when it matters. So we did it this morning. That was great. And yeah, the race, actually, this Formula 3 car has one of the hardest clutch to control out of all the single-seaters, so it was definitely not easy. Yeah, we got an average start and we managed to hold on our position. We struggled a bit with our pace in the first few laps, but then we quickly built up our pace and then built up the big lead to the end. So yeah, very happy about the result and focus on tomorrow. Very tough race under the heat. I think it was around 36 degrees air time, so not so far from 50 degrees track time. So yeah, pretty hard session, but happy about the results and thanks to the team.
And you will go down in history as the first winner with the Dallara 320 and as the first Chinese driver winning in the Euroformula.
Yeah, I mean, this new Dallara F320 is a fabulous car to drive. It has got good performance and good balance, and it really demands the intelligence from the team and the driver, their cooperation to build the perfect car to perform. Yeah, I think this is a car really for the driver and for the engineer to show their performance. Yeah.
The second race of the season got underway with Yiffy Yi once again on pole position and Andreas Essner alongside. It was a good start from Yiffy Yi, who would lead Andreas down towards turn number 1. To the right of screen, Sebastian Essner trying to get another podium as he bidded to go round the outside. And to the left of screen, Ido Cohen dived down the inside to take 2 places at the first corner. A little bit of contact with Sebastian Essner saw him drop down the field. Zane Maloney would benefit and go through into third. Ido Cohen through into 4th place. This was the moment where we saw Rui Andrade get it all wrong going into turn 11. That would see him drop all the way to the back of the field. But Yiffy Yi would lead out front. He had a little bit of pressure from Andreas Essner at times. This was Zane Maloney on his route to third, taking his first overall podium of the season. Behind, Manuel Maldonado had to deal with a recovering Sebastian Essner. The pressure became too much at turn 1, and Sebastian Essner would go through to claim 5th place. There was problems for Alexandre Bardignon, but overall a much better result with him going to 8th. But out front, no one could contend with the pace of Yiffy Yi, and he absolutely dominated, winning by 7.4 seconds, just like he did yesterday with Andreas Essner 2nd and Zane Maloney 3rd. This was the moment Andreas Essner came across the line to claim it. 2 second places for him, but out front, celebrations all round for Crypto Racing Tower team, who dominated the weekend in the opening weekend of the season.
Second driver to get his trophy is the double winner and the king of the Hungaroring round of the Euro.
Pretty similar story. I think a good start lead to lights to flag victory. It wasn't too easy to manage the tire, but we made it. We didn't have so much pressure from behind, so it was more or less an easy race for me. But yeah, as we have seen from the beginning of the weekend, everyone was quite close, matched. So the difference we can make is the qualifying, is how fast can we put the lap together, how fast can we put the performance in, and that's the advantage we managed to get. So really happy about this weekend, and yeah, hopefully we can carry this momentum into the next round in Paul Ricard.